Hello, everybody. Sorry, I know I'm live like way early. Well, okay, 20 minutes early, but it's going to be a quick live today. Sorry, I'm texting some folks because they don't know I'm live yet. So, hey, Pixie. Hello, guys. It's going to be a quickish live tonight. I don't know how long I'll be here, but I have some stuff to show you guys. We have been moving furniture. Oh, my hair. We have been moving furniture since I got home. We got home a little earlier than normal because we had to get some stuff out to the curb for a big bulk pickup that starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow, apparently. And we thought it was on Monday. No, it's Saturday. So we have been putting stuff out there all week, and we had been putting off this one last thing till tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, let's do it today. Let's do it now. My bag space has been torn apart left and right. I'll be redoing my bag space tomorrow, again. And many things will be changing. But I do want to show you a few things that showed up in the mail since we last talked. I did do a members live on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? And I went live on Wednesday with Jolie Loves It, and that was a fun live. Um, but anyhow, I'm going to show you one of the things that came in, and I did a video instead of going live because I was too tired. This is a record album. Oh, an album? A record album? Is it a record album? Anyway, it's a record of the soundtrack for The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Well, Fantasia. Okay, Fantasia. I love records. We have quite a few of them. I like them because 100 years from now, I can still play this. I still have a record player that works. I don't have a DVD player. I don't have a reel-to-reel. I don't have a tape deck. I don't even have a VHS player. I don't have any of those things anymore. I still have a record player. So we will be playing the records. I have my grandparents and my father's record collection. My husband has his grandfather's records. And I also have the new records. There's a lot of lots of people put records out now, instead of, well, along with, as a niche thing, they'll put records out. Hey, Jennifer. Um, Jennifer Ashfield. That's a new number. Hello, our new name thing, Jackie. Hey. So, guys, Jennifer is sailing out on the Atlantic. Hey, I got some cool mail this week, guys. It was such a weird experience for me to get this mail because it'd been so long since anybody had mailed me an actual. Did I keep the envelope? Um, Let me see if I can show this without outing anything. Okay. See, this is just a normal envelope, an envelope that you get in the mail all the time. Normally it holds junk mail. Sometimes it holds like a solicitation of some type. So I got this envelope, and it's like addressed to me like a real person, and then I look at the address, I'm like, I know them. And this is so cool, guys. This is so cool. I was sent, and my friend sent this to me. She's the same friend that sent me all the magazines. Um, this is from the Wall Street Journal, actual newspaper. Um, it's like real newspaper. This published Saturday, Sunday, October 18th and 19th. And on here, first of all, I didn't even know the Wall Street Journal had color. I thought it was always black and white for some reason. Um, Maybe I'm just, that old. But she sent this, and it's the an Hermes heir is missing 15 billion, it looks like. The fraud of the century. So I haven't read the whole article yet, but she sent this to me because she thought I'd like to read it, which I do. And then, yeah, I don't know if you've heard of the news that the Louvre heist, where some jewels from the French monarchy got tossed into theft. Those are sitting in someone's collector's, trove. That was a strategic hit, totally strategic hit. Um, I didn't change my name. Wonder why it looks that way. I don't know. Maybe it's weird. YouTube is doing some weird stuff. Christiana, see, her name did the same thing. Her name normally didn't have a number. Normally your names will have a number, but they normally truncate the number, so they only show you the name. So if you try to search for somebody, it can be a pain in the neck. Yeah, even Keep It Simple has a number. So they're just showing the numbers now, where they used to not do that, the last 4 digits. But anyway, I have an unboxing. I'm gonna get right into it because we're not gonna sit here and hold. Oh wait, I'll show you the thing I already unbagged. I opened this yesterday. I got this from the Dooney sale. If you guys like Dooney, if any of you guys like Dooney, go to I Love Dooney. I Love Dooney right now. It's having up to 50% off with an extra up to 30% off sale. I got this bag before that sale started, mind you. This is in the Sorrento leather. This is normally a leather I never buy. No, hey, Jackie, don't you have that? I do. I do. I have it in the larger size in the Florentine leather. I don't have it in this. This is Sorrento leather, which is normally a very textured, treated leather, kind of like an epi. This is not like that at all. I was shocked. This is soft. It's pebbled. It's beautiful. This is like all-weather leather, but not all-weather leather. It's absolutely fabulous. So this is the pale blue. I got it for around $150 with tax and shipping. I think the shipping was free on this one, but I Love Dooney is having a sale. So I also had a fail. So for Monday, if you saw that, was it Monday? No, that was a members exclusive unboxing. I got something from Dooney then, and you guys will never see it because as soon as I didn't even unwrap it. I looked at it, I put it on my shoulder. My shoulder hated it. It's a style of Dooney I never had and never seen in the outlet, never tried on my shoulder. And it got returned the very next day. So that is going to stay a members exclusive because it never left the members. Hey, keep it simple. Oh my God, that's one of your blues. I know, Christiana. The blue is called Dusty Blue. It is like my heart. I guess it's weird because I love beautiful blue skies that we get here in Texas. But for some reason, my heart loves that stormy cloud of blue. I love that. But anyway, I do have an unboxing now, y'all. This, after I purchased it, I was able to get a better version of it. And old me would have bought the second version of it and just said, I bought both. New me said, no, Jackie, you bought this one, you committed, you're not going to buy another one just because you found a better deal or a better color or a better condition. You already got one, you only need one. This is a fixer upper bag. Okay, it's an expensive fixer upper bag. It is a luxury fixer upper bag. Again, 2025 is my unicorn year. And it's unicorn hunting season, and this is one of those unicorns. I've been chasing this bag. One of the very, very, very first times I ever talked my fashion kills. Is it Ronnie? Because that looks like your profile photo with a new name. Oh my God, what did you do? So what I did was one of the very first times I contacted Winnie personally was, hey, to trade a bag with her way back. This is before I had YouTube channel. I was just a member. I was just a subscriber, right? She had an Antigona, and I still think about that Antigona. She needed to sell it. She didn't want it a trade. I said, okay. So the bag I had traded or I had was an envelope clutch from YSL, which I actually ended up selling for over $1,000. So that's the bag that started me buying all the little bags. With that $1,000 YSL clutch that I sold, I bought 10 smaller bags, or maybe 7, because they were a bunch of Coach. I went down my Coach thing. So anyway, this bag belongs to this lady's daughter. And this one, she bought this from store. I don't know if I can see the date. A lot of it's blacked out because of the I don't know when this is. Anyway, this bag originally sold for $23.90. Is a small Antigona sport bag in leather. So it's not the Antigona you're thinking of. It is an Antigona. It isn't the Antigona you know and love. This is a different animal. And she was selling this bag for her daughter. And I wanted it, and I offered her a ridiculously low number because I was like, it's really beaten up. I'm gonna have to do a lot of rehab on this. This lady who her daughter really uses that. Okay. So this says, thank you for your purchase. I hope it comes out as you like you want it to, because I told her I do minor restorations. I didn't tell her I had a YouTube channel. So hello, Morella. So this is my project hobby bag. Um, so this is not the same thing as, apparently, from what I can tell, the Antigona Sport is not the same as a normal Antigona. See how floppy and the shape's a little different? And this, it's not a firm, catch your hand in its grip type of clam. It's more of it's a satchel. Actually, this is not as bad as it looks in the photos. This looks a lot better. The interior looks a little bit well loved, but not as nearly as bad as I thought this would be, because the photos did not do this justice. It just needs a good leather cleaning. I don't have to do that much rehab to this. This did not look good in the photos, guys. This looked really bad. Look how pretty this is. Yeah, this is way more forgiving when I saw this than all the other Antigonas that's hard. There's an Antigona that has a clamshell that does not have a zipper, and the lady who used this, she goes, she doesn't even know how to use the strap. The strap was never used, pretty much. So the strap is brand new. Now I can show you how to use the strap. The strap is interesting. I love this mechanism. So do you see how it has a little bit of that weird shape and that weird notch? Well, this has a corresponding notch, and it just slips right in, and that's excellent. You know how much I wish most straps were like this, because this has to be very particular for it to come undone. It's not as easy as other things to come undone. I wish, and as far as I know, Givenchy is the only one that does this. So anyway, that's how it connects. And okay, as I say, how awesome it is, and it won't come undone. It came right undone. Well, maybe if I didn't leave it right there at the same spot. So anyway, this is the crown of my Givenchy collection, which all happened within the last month because I just went kind of crazy and said, it's what I want. I've been looking for this Jane bag forever. I've been looking for a while. And finally, I'm a little stressed out. Next week, we will know one way or the other whether James will be getting a new job or um, staying with where we're at already. Either way, much change has happened. How much did you get that for? Christiana, wait until I tell you. Now, what would you think? Now, those who know how much Antigonas go for, what did YouTube do now with our names? I know, Morella. I know. See, your name normally is Morella without the Mount Olympia, and then all the other people, those last four numbers normally are with your name, but it's normally not shown. 1200? Yeah. I'm cheap, y'all. I'm cheap. So this was 155. Shipping tax, this was 186.03. I didn't think she'd take the offer. But I'm telling you, it looked really bad. It looked way more beat up than it actually is. It's just one of those badly photographed, every flaw was highlighted. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't, I had to try. And I think a lot of it had to do, yeah, it's because it's the Antigona Sport, not the actual Antigona. I know it's like a $3,000. So Craig, this is my Antigona, but it's Antigona Sport, not the Antigona, the regular, whatever it's called, the regular Antigona. And the one I really wanted to buy Kaz's Antigona she had for sale. Like, it was beautiful. It is the one I always wanted, but I just couldn't, I don't have the money. So I kept looking and looking and looking and looking and looking, and this is why. And Craig's with us, yay! He's lurking. He normally is lurking, guys. It's just he doesn't comment, But if you want to say something to him, just say it. And if he doesn't read it, I will tell him later. Because guys, I talk to Craig every day, many times a day. If there's a day I don't text him, there's something wrong, and he's texting me like, "Are you alive?" Which has probably only happened once. So, um, Sport is taller and skinnier, better bag in my yes, way better bag, way better bag. It's not as and it's not. It doesn't eat your hand. This is. I thought I was going to have to rehab this, seriously rehab this. Because look, it has some fading, but that's so very minor. I mean, I wonder if this has a date code in here. Let's take a look. I've never actually. I love Givenchy. I think Givenchy, and correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't he the designer that did Audrey Hepburn's clothing? Wasn't she his muse? Is there a date thingy on here? It'd be nice if there was a date thingy on here. Who knows? It doesn't look like there's a date thingy on here. But wow, just look at that. See how it looks kind of grody? It's not actually that grody. It's not dirty. It's just normal. You put stuff in your bag. It just films that way. It actually does not look like that at all when I'm looking at it. It just looks like a normal bag. A normal bag somebody's using. Yeah, Audrey Hepburn was Givenchy's muse. I've always been impressed. If you guys have ever seen Funny Face, that was my very favorite Audrey Hepburn's movie. I loved that movie, and I was so impressed when she came out in that beautiful blue gown. I've always been impressed with Givenchy, but I haven't been that impressed with what the house has become. It's been really sad, honestly, because it seems like they're more well known for their makeup now, and not really their fashion or their bags, and they're very understated. I mean, it's just one little thing here and one little thing here, and on the older stuff, you don't even see that. So this is my epic unboxing, and I have that Dooney that came in this week. I also had did I had some new charms show up. So this one, I know it's hard to see. This one is an elephant. I don't even know if you can see the elephant. It looks like open work. This is from Pandora. So I got this. Jackie, I feel like you are a classic at your core. Classic with a quirk. Classic with a quirk. I'm just not I can make any classy bag look casual. I told that to Yota because I will wear this with blue jeans. You know, I love this bag. I love the shape of this type of bag from the day one before I knew who Givenchy was. What makes it so classy, though, is the hardware details that you just don't see on other bags. Even Louis Vuitton. I'm not a huge fan of Louis Vuitton hardware. Their hardware here is so pretty. Yes, you're Disney and fandoms, but man, you have good taste. I have Thank you. My mother would be proud. She may not agree with you, but my core is simple, classic, um, well-made leather bags, and I will never get tired of grandma's bag. This is to me another one of my taste in bags come from my grandmother. My taste in style actually comes from my grandfather. And you're like, what? My grandfather was very classy. I'm not, but he loved bright, gaudy colors to the point that he had to get his wardrobe approved, not to be too outlandish because he liked all the bright, loud colors, and that's me. My father, muted colors. My mother, she's a peacock. What can I say? But I like a certain type of classic bag. This is my version of a classic satchel. I don't really care for, and I'm having the FOMO again for the Birkin because Cassie Thorpe did a video, and then I think Lisa from Luxury Life in the Middle did a video about the Birkin, and I was like, oh, I really like the Birkin. And then they were talking about, is the Birkin bag boring? What's next for Hermes, And has social media kind of ruined the Birkin? And I'm like, I don't think so. I live in, rural Texas, but I work in Austin, which is the capital. Now, Austin proper itself is considered a small town, considering that San Antonio has like well over 1 million people, but even growing up, going to school in San Antonio and being in Houston, going to Dallas, going to all these places, growing up here in Texas, um, I've only ever seen one Birkin walk by me. One. Maybe I'm in the wrong places, but I've only ever seen one. So even though people say there's Birkins everywhere, maybe I've only seen one in real life walking by me, and it was walking into a Tiffany and Co. with the owner, and it was a 25. It was a beautiful bag, and but I'm like I don't think, and I don't think they're as common as people allude that they are on YouTube. I mean, unless you live in a place like where Lisa lives, where I guess it is. But even Lisa, when she was talking about her Birkin, she used it when she lived in St. Louis. She said she doesn't really use it when she lives in Manhattan because it's not a city bag. It's literally a suburban car bag. It's a heavy bag. It's not a bag you're really gonna tote around, walking around 5 blocks here and there. I want a Birkin. I want a Kelly. That's it, says Christiana. I'll tell you, I've seen a ton of vintage Chloe lately. Chloe has blown up for some reason. Yeah, I think Lisa is Upper East Side. Yeah, she's part of that. So even though she likes her, I think she really likes her Louis Vuitton. Based on when I watch her videos, when she talks about bags, she really likes Louis Vuitton more than she likes her Hermes. I have never seen a Birkin on the West Side. Yeah, it's like, so people keep saying, is it overdone? Is it overplayed? Well, maybe on social media. I think the only thing on social media that has taught me anything about the Birkin is that if you want to buy one, go to a vintage or a used consignment or find a personal shopper. They're out there. If you want to buy one, just fly over to Japan. Every time I see anybody vlogging in Japan, it's like a whole entire row of Birkins and Kellys. I was watching Mel in Melbourne. Now she has a huge collection, and she gets hers pre-loved and new and auction. She buys hers from everywhere. Where when you watch Jamie Chua from Malaysia, or no, she's from Singapore, she only tends to only buy new ones. I don't think I've ever seen her buy one that wasn't new from box. But when you see Mel in Melbourne, one of her favorite Birkins I've ever seen came out of a 20-year-old green lizard Birkin. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So but here's the thing: I don't actually want a Birkin. I want a boatkin. I already have one, but I want the one in pink. I know you're like, what? What are you talking about? If you guys missed it when I unboxed this, I what have I done to you? I put together I bought this boatkin, and they have another one that's just a solid, and I want the solid pink one, and the solid pink one doesn't have the frayed hem. It's just more of a good kind of clean look. But the people I found that the best place to buy these, TikTok shop. I'm not on TikTok, and I promised James I wouldn't go on TikTok because you understand my obsessiveness. If I go onto TikTok and go on the TikTok shop and TikTok live sales, I will drown. I cannot do it. So I'm just gonna look afar. I'm hoping to get a friend who has a TikTok shop with TikTok that can go on the shop and say, can you buy me this? And I'll pay you. This one is from a different company. Is it the same one that Beauty Lux Lover? So if you just Google Boatkin and look at the listings, you'll see them for around $150, some up to $300. But the ones on the TikTok shop are 40. And that's why it's like, why are those 40 and everywhere else it's 70 to 130? And it's the same bag, y'all. Same colorway, same bag. They're all buying it from the same vendor. So only thing I can think of is that the people who are selling it from, I still haven't fixed this, off TikTok are getting it directly from manufacturer, where everybody else is going through a middleman where they have to pay for it and then make profit, Jackie, I forgot to tell you that they're released a Skull Panda Stitch. Oh no! Just anyway, guys, I know I just got on. I haven't even been here half an hour, but James and I are gonna go have dinner, and if I'm lucky, I will come back and go live. I probably can't go live again today. We're gonna go have dinner, and then we're gonna set up our guest bedroom. Or that might be in reverse. We might set up the guest bedroom and then go have dinner so that we can so my bag room is gonna be a bag room with a guest bed. This is huge. This is huge. So I am so happy. And today was the first day my housekeeper went through some boxes in my shed, and I have a box of papers to go through. So progress. And I said, "Oh, it's been 5 years since my dad's death." And then I really thought about it. I'm like, he died in 2018. It's not 5, it's 7 years. It just and it's like I'm finally starting to deal with the emotional baggage. Um, Enjoy dinner. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I'm so sorry it's such a short live, but I will try to go live again tomorrow. And I am doing lots of new things in my space. I'm very excited about it. I'm going to be able to organize my bags where I can see them. And yes, very excited. Anyway, thank you so much. Y'all have a great evening. I'll see you this weekend for sure. I will at some point this weekend go live again. And it won't just be for members, it will be for everybody. Bye, everybody.